So let's see what we have here. Nintendo is reminding everyone about the Nintendo Direct next week. Wait, March 27th? Nintendo Switch 1? Huh? So surprise, surprise, he's done it again. So a couple days ago, Nate the Hate has leaked that there will be a Nintendo Switch 1 Direct this week. And it was met with skepticism. And a lot of people doubted him, me included. I was thinking, that's just a bit ridiculous now, Nate. But it turns out he was right again. We should know better than this. We should know better than to doubt Nate the Hate, who we're now going to be calling Nate the Great. I think that name's already taken. But anyway, so I wanted to look up and see when the last Wii U Direct was. And it turns out the last Wii U Direct, the full Wii U Direct, was on March 3rd, 2016. And in that Direct, they talked about Star Fox Zero, Star Fox Guard, Paper Mario Color Splash, Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and Lost Reavers. Now that's 10 months before the Switch 1 review presentation in Japan, and exactly a year from the Switch 1 release date. So there was a pretty significant time before even the Switch 1 reveal trailer, which I believe that dropped in October, when they first revealed the Nintendo Switch. So this is the first time where I'm like, I don't know what to expect. This is something where anything can expect or nothing can happen. Anything can happen or nothing can happen. But I still want to make this video and do a what to expect, what not to expect, and give a bold prediction. Okay, so first, what to expect. I think there's a strong possibility that Metroid Prime 4 could be showed on this, and a release date. So there have been rumors that Metroid Prime 4 will actually be absent on the Switch 2 Direct, which is kind of surprising to me. However, if they do show Metroid Prime 4 in this Switch 1 Direct, that would make sense. That would make sense that why it would be absent in the Switch 2 Direct. I also think that we could see the next batch of Nintendo Online games, kind of like a sizzle reel on this. Maybe Donkey Kong 64. That would be awesome. But in the end, your guess is as good as mine. Who knows what could possibly be the next games in the Nintendo Online games. There will also be last, second, third-party games. Tony Hawk 3 and 4, Sonic Cross Worlds, Star Overdrive, Onimusha 2, those types of games. I also think we could expect some cross-gen games. I have no idea what kind of cross-gen games could possibly be cooking up. Maybe some third-party games, maybe Grand Theft Auto 4 or Grand Theft Auto 5, maybe not Red Dead Redemption 2. I've always wanted Tomb Raider. Maybe Tomb Raider will be on there, but I think we could have a couple, maybe cross-gen games. And lastly, I think they're going to announce a Switch price cut. I was thinking, why are they making this so late and so close to the Switch 2 announcement? I think that maybe, let's say next week, or maybe a couple weeks, or a week before, or something, or maybe around when the Switch 2 launches, they're going to announce that the Switch will get a price cut. It won't be that much. It'll be about a $50 price cut on all models. But I think that they're going to announce a Switch price cut. Or I would expect that to be either in this Direct or sometime down the line. Okay, now let's get into what not to expect. They've already said that there'll be no updates regarding Switch 2. So do not expect them to update or give any kind of information on the Switch 2. That's all going to happen next week, and that all makes sense. So there are a few ports that a lot of people really have been asking for a long time. One is the Zelda HD ports, Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. Also Metroid Prime as well. I think the Zelda ones are possible. With the Xenoblade Chronicle X coming out last week, I think this is all possible. But another one, which a lot of people have been wanting for a while, is Tomodachi Life. I do not expect that at all. That Nintendo's going to announce that and bring that over onto the Switch, or even an HD port onto the Switch. So personally, people have been waiting on that and asked that for a while. I do not think that will happen at all. Um, and I feel this can also join the before GTA 6 meme. Before Hollow Knight Silk Song meme. If GTA 6 comes out before Hollow Knight Silk Song, that'll be the new meme. Yeah, do not expect that to appear. I'm gonna say I think it's possible next week. But I just don't think it's gonna be in the Switch One Direct. So those are my what to expect and what not to expect. Now I'm gonna give a bold prediction. This is 30-minute long direct. And initially when they first announced it and before I saw like how long it was gonna be, I was thinking, okay, this would probably be like 10, 15 minutes. But they announced that it was going to be 30 minutes. So that makes me feel that they're going to dedicate something to this that's pretty lengthy, not like 10 minutes or anything like that, maybe like 5 minutes or something. I think it's a possibility. And my bold prediction will be the Zelda cast is going to be announced. I know. It's like coming out of nowhere and coming out of the blue. They just announced the Avengers cast. Nintendo might think, okay, let's announce the Zelda movie cast if they haven't announced. We only know the director right now. I don't even know if we know who's writing it, but anyway. And I also think there's a possibility that Switch 2 could be mentioned in some form. Maybe they could say like Sonic Crossworld also coming to the Switch 2. It's not an update. It's not giving more information on the system. It's just, in a way, adding a game that's coming to the Switch 2. And maybe to tease it. Because one thing I noticed regarding their tweets is normally, before this one, they said that there would be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during this presentation. But this one, they just said there'll be no updates about the Nintendo Switch 2 during this presentation. They did not any say about not mentioning it. I know that is like me really trying to find something within the wordings, but it could be just nothing. They could just decide to word it that way. That's why I call it a bold prediction. It's probably not going to happen, but you never know at the same time. But this is kind of wild because I have no idea like what to truly expect on this, even though I kind of try to give my prediction on what to expect and what not to expect. But the truth is, I feel in this direct, anything can happen. Nothing is off the table. GTA 6 will be announced on this. No, obviously not. But give your predictions. What do you think is going to happen? What do you hope is going to happen? And let's hope for a great direct tomorrow. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.